1412 Wrestling Episode 26, Melmac Mayhem. Opening segment. The arena is electric, with the familiar eerie purple slime dripping from the ceiling and thousands of VHS tapes lining the walls. Fans are on their feet, buzzing with anticipation for another chaotic night of 1412 wrestling. The lights dim as the ring announcer, Daphne, steps into the spotlight. Daphne, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another chaotic night of 1412 wrestling. Tonight, we have an action-packed lineup that you won't want to miss. Bars will be challenging Mike Tyson for the 1412 championship. Dua Lipa steps into the ring to challenge Joey Tribbiani for the competitive eating championship. And we have a special returning tonight, the legendary Alex Trebek. The crowd erupts in cheers at the announcement, the atmosphere thick with excitement. The camera cuts to the commentary table where Mr. Feeney, Pauly Shore, Jim Ross, and Elvira are seated, ready to provide their unique blend of insight and humor. Folks, we have an incredible night ahead of us. I can't wait to see Bars take on Mike Tyson for the 1412 championship. It's going to be one heck of a match. Indeed, Jim, Bars has been a force to be reckoned with, and tonight he has a chance to prove himself against one of the toughest champions in our history. Buddy, I'm just here for the chaos. And let's not forget Dua Lipa trying to outeat Joey Tribbiani. That's going to be gnarly. Elvira, I'm looking forward to seeing Alex Trebek back in action. He always brings a touch of class to our madness. The banter continues, setting the stage for the night's events. Backstage segment. The camera cuts to a dimly lit locker room where Bars and the Anti Boiled Egg Brigade, Doug Funny, Donkey Lips, Cliff O'Malley, BB Rexa, Jackie Chan, Sugar Shane Helms, Earl Sinclair, and Lola Bunny are gathered. Bars steps forward, a determined look on his face as he addresses the camera. Bars. Tonight is the night, folks. Tonight, I step into the ring with Mike Tyson and take what's rightfully ours, the 1412 championship. We've fought hard, we've taken down boiled eggs, and now it's time to show the world what the Anti Boiled Egg Brigade is truly capable of. The brigade members cheer, hyping each other up for the big match. Doug Funny steps forward, holding a boiled egg in his hand. No more boiled eggs in 1412 wrestling. We're here to make a statement and bring the championship home to the brigade. Donkey Lips, Cliff O'Malley, and the rest of the brigade chime in with words of encouragement and determination, each member expressing their support for Bars and their disdain for boiled eggs. Donkey Lips, Bars, you've got this. We're behind you all the way. Take Tyson down and show everyone the power of the Anti Boiled Egg Brigade. Tonight, we make history. The camera zooms in on Bars as he gives a final, resolute nod. Mike Tyson, get ready, because tonight you're stepping into the ring with the Anti Boiled Egg Brigade, and we're not leaving without that championship. The scene cuts to a commercial break, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the night's epic confrontations. Match 1. The show kicks off with a palpable energy as the lights dim and the crowd's anticipation builds. The familiar strains of the Punch-Out theme fill the arena, signaling the arrival of the reigning 1412 champion, Mike Tyson. Tyson steps into the ring, his eyes blazing with determination, ready to defend his title. The atmosphere shifts as the Anti Boiled Egg Brigade's theme, Psycho Vision by Suicidal Tendencies, blasts through the speakers. Bars strides down the ramp, the crowd's cheers growing louder with each step. He looks focused, ready to take on the formidable Tyson. Daphne. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is for the 1412 championship. Introducing first, the challenger, representing the Anti Boiled Egg Brigade, Bars. Bars raises his fist, acknowledging the roaring crowd. And his opponent, the reigning 1412 champion, Mike Tyson. The bell rings, and the match begins. Tyson and Bars circle each other, the tension in the air thick. They lock up in the center of the ring, each trying to gain the upper hand. Tyson's power and speed give him an early advantage, but Bars' resilience keeps him in the fight. The match progresses with a series of hard-hitting exchanges. Tyson lands a series of jabs and hooks, showcasing his legendary boxing prowess, while Bars counters with powerful slams and suplexes, using his wrestling background to level the playing field. Suddenly, the arena lights flicker and the sound of Problem by Ariana Grande fills the air. Ariana Grande appears at ringside, her presence causing a stir among the fans. She raises her hands, casting a spell directed at Bars. Ariana Grande, you will be obsessed with painting pictures of chocolate ice cream and boiled eggs, even during your matches. Bars looks visibly conflicted, his focus wavering as Ariana's spell takes hold. He drops to his knees, grabbing a canvas that mysteriously appears at ringside. The crowd watches in bewilderment as Bars begins to paint a bizarre and intricate image of chocolate ice cream and boiled eggs. Tyson, seizing the opportunity, charges at Bars. With a devastating combination of punches, Tyson knocks Bars to the mat. The referee counts the pin, and the crowd erupts in mixed reactions. Result: Mike Tyson wins by pinfall, retaining the 14-12 championship. Tyson stands tall, holding his championship belt high as Bars lies unconscious, the half-finished painting beside him. The crowd's cheers echo through the arena as Tyson exits the ring, the champion's resolve unshaken. Jim Ross. What a bizarre turn of events. Ariana Grande's spell completely threw Bars off his game, and Tyson capitalized to retain his title. Elvira. This is 14-12 wrestling, Jim. Expect the unexpected. Buddy, that was gnarly. But Tyson remains the champ. As the camera cuts to a commercial break, the audience is left buzzing with the night's opening match's chaotic and unpredictable nature. Segment 2. The backstage area is a hive of activity as the camera cuts to the locker room. Suddenly, the door swings open and Soda Popinski strides in, his presence commanding immediate attention. He sneers as he looks around, his eyes locking onto the Minotaur, who is standing nearby, chatting with other members of the golf cart stable. Minotaur, your family is nothing but a bunch of weaklings. I'll crush you and your pathetic lineage. The room falls silent, the tension palpable. The Minotaur's eyes flare with anger, and he steps forward, his massive frame towering over Popinski. Minotaur, you dare insult my family? You'll regret those words, Popinski. I'll make you pay for your disrespect. The two stand nose to nose, their heated exchange promising a future clash of titans. The camera shifts down the hall, where the Anti Boiled Egg Brigade is gathered around Bars, who is furiously painting pictures of boiled eggs on the walls. Bars, what are you doing? Why are you painting boiled eggs everywhere? Bars, I don't know. I can't stop. It's like a compulsion. This is crazy. We've got to figure out how to break this spell. We can't let this distract us from our mission. We need to stay focused. Let's get Bars to the ring and see if we can snap him out of it. Maybe some physical action will clear his mind. The brigade members exchange worried glances, their leader's strange behavior adding another layer of chaos to their already tumultuous night. They begin to guide Bars away from his paintings, determined to find a solution. As the camera pans out, the commentary team weighs in on the unfolding drama. Jim Ross. Folks, we've got a lot of strange happenings tonight. Soda Popinski and the Minotaur are on a collision course, and Bars is under some sort of spell. This night just keeps getting weirder, Jim. I can't wait to see what happens next. Buddy, this is wild. Bars needs to get his head back in the game. The scene fades to black as the show goes to a commercial break, leaving the audience eager for more of the unpredictable action that is 14-12 wrestling. Match 2, Competitive Eating Championship. The lights dim as the announcer steps into the ring, hyping up the next bout. Daphne. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the 14-12 Competitive Eating Championship. Introducing the challenger, Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa makes her entrance, the crowd roaring with excitement. She grabs a microphone, flashing a mischievous smile. Hey everyone, just wanted to let you know, I smoked with Jay and Silent Bob before I came out here. Let's see if that helps my appetite. The crowd laughs and cheers as she makes her way to the table piled high with an assortment of foods. The champion, Joey Tribbiani, enters next, looking determined despite appearing slightly pale and queasy. Daphne, and her opponent, the current competitive eating champion, Joey Tribbiani. The bell rings and the two competitors dive into the mountain of food. Dua Lipa, visibly relaxed and cheerful, devours the dishes with gusto. Joey, struggling with the stomach flu, tries to keep up but is clearly at a disadvantage. Jim Ross. Joey Tribbiani is really not looking good tonight. He's got the stomach flu, but he's giving it his all. Dua Lipa is on fire. That pre-match session with Jay and Silent Bob might have been her secret weapon. The crowd is thoroughly entertained by the spectacle. As the minutes tick by, it becomes clear that Dua Lipa's pace is too much for Joey to handle. In a dramatic finish, Dua shovels the last handful of food into her mouth, raising her hands in victory as the crowd erupts. Daphne. Ladies and gentlemen, your new 1412 competitive eating champion, Dua Lipa. Result: Dua Lipa wins and becomes the new competitive eating champion. As Dua Lipa celebrates her victory, Joey Tribbiani leans over the table, clearly exhausted and unwell. Suddenly, Chandler Bing, accompanied by members of the Foot Clan, Shredder, Leonardo, and Rocksteady, storm the ring. Chandler Bing: Joey, you thought you could out-eat everyone, huh? Well, think again. Chandler and the Foot Clan surround Joey, who is too weak to defend himself. They begin to attack him, with Shredder delivering a series of vicious kicks and Leonardo and Rocksteady holding him down. This is uncalled for. Joey Tribbiani is defenseless. Buddy, this is brutal. Someone needs to stop this. The crowd boos loudly as the assault continues. Dua Lipa, still holding her championship belt, looks on in shock but doesn't intervene. The Foot Clan's brutal attack leaves Joey motionless on the mat. Elvira, Chandler, and the Foot Clan have made their statement loud and clear. Joey Tribbiani is in bad shape. The camera focuses on Chandler as he grabs a microphone, standing over Joey's prone body. This is just the beginning. The Foot Clan is taking over, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. The segment ends with the Foot Clan standing tall in the ring, the crowd's boos echoing through the arena as the show cuts to a commercial break. Match 3. Tag team match. The camera pans back to the ring as the lights dim and the announcer steps forward. Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is a tag team bout. Introducing first, the team of Alex Trebek and Chuck Norris. The crowd erupts as Alex Trebek walks out, looking sharp and confident, followed by Chuck Norris, who receives a massive pop from the audience. They make their way to the ring, Trebek adjusting his tie and Norris cracking his knuckles, and their opponents, Jay and Silent Bob. Jay and Silent Bob stumble out to their iconic theme music, the crowd cheering loudly for the stoner duo. They high-five fans on their way to the ring, clearly enjoying themselves. The bell rings and the match begins. Trebek starts off against Jay, using his intellect to dodge and counter Jay's moves. Chuck Norris gets tagged in and immediately takes control, landing a series of devastating kicks that send Jay reeling. Silent Bob tries to intervene, but Norris's martial arts prowess is too much for him. Chuck Norris is an unstoppable force. Look at those kicks. Elvira. And Alex Trebek's strategy is spot on. They're a formidable team. The match continues with Jay and Silent Bob trying to mount a comeback, but Trebek and Norris's teamwork proves too much. In the final moments, Norris hits a roundhouse kick on Jay, followed by a pinfall. Result: Alex Trebek and Chuck Norris win by pinfall. As Trebek and Norris celebrate their victory, the crowd's cheers turn to boos as Gary Busey, still dressed as Santa Claus, and the entire golf cart stable, John 420, Iron Sheik, Bart Gunn, Minotaur, Bobby Two Beers, and the three ancient Sumerians wielding chainsaws, make their way to the ring. Gary Busey, Alex Trebek, you showed some real spirit out there. How about joining the golf cart and making this stable even stronger? Trebek looks around at the stable members, then nods in agreement. He takes the microphone from Busey. Chuck, let's be real. I carried this team tonight. It's time I align myself with real winners. The crowd boos loudly as Trebek steps forward, aligning himself with the golf cart. Chuck Norris looks stunned and betrayed. Trebek, you traitor! Before Norris can react, the ancient Sumerians rush at him, but Norris begins roundhouse kicking them one by one. Iron Sheik takes advantage of the distraction and locks Norris in a brutal camel clutch. Jim Ross. Good God Almighty, Chuck Norris is being ambushed by the golf cart. Elvira. This is chaos. Trebek has turned his back on Chuck Norris. The camera focuses on the chaos in the ring as the golf cart members hold down Norris, with Iron Sheik maintaining the camel clutch. The show cuts to a commercial break, leaving the audience in shock and anticipation for what's next. Segment 3. The arena's lighting dims, and a soft, eerie glow emanates from the ring. The crowd buzzes with curiosity as Lady Gaga steps into the spotlight, her hands raised, and a mystical book clutched in one hand. She begins chanting an incantation, her voice echoing through the arena, causing the purple slime on the ceiling to shimmer and twist. Tonight, we bend time to our will. As she finishes her chant, a swirling vortex opens in the ceiling, casting an otherworldly light across the audience. The crowd gasps in amazement, watching the portal ripple and expand. Just then, the familiar figure of Alf steps into the ring, clutching the ancient relic he won in the gauntlet match. "Let's go back to Melmac, everyone!" With a flourish, Alf raises the relic high above his head. A brilliant flash of light engulfs the entire arena, and the sound of rushing wind fills the space. The crowd shields their eyes, and when the light fades, they find themselves in a completely different environment. The once familiar arena is now a part of Melmac, Alf's vibrant and strange home planet, which had previously been destroyed. The sky is a brilliant shade of purple, dotted with floating islands and bizarre alien fauna. The ground is covered in neon-colored vegetation, and peculiar creatures scurry about, watching the bewildered wrestling fans with wide, curious eyes. Jim Ross: "Good God Almighty, we're on Melmac. This is unbelievable. What a twist. We've been transported to Alf's home planet. Anything can happen now. Buddy, this is totally rad. Look at all the crazy stuff around here." The crowd is in awe, taking in the surreal and vibrant landscape. Alien structures resembling a mix of advanced technology and whimsical architecture dot the horizon. The ring remains intact, now surrounded by the strange flora and fauna of Melmac. Alf, standing in the ring, looks around with a mixture of nostalgia and excitement. "Alf, welcome to Melmac, everyone. It's good to be home." The audience erupts in cheers, their excitement palpable. The wrestlers and staff, initially disoriented, start to adjust to their new surroundings. The bizarre yet captivating world of Melmac sets the stage for what promises to be one of the most unforgettable nights in 1412 wrestling history. As the camera pans over the strange and colorful landscape, capturing the crowd's reactions and the wrestlers' astonishment, the show cuts to a commercial break, leaving the audience eagerly awaiting what will unfold next in this alien world. Segment 4. Back from commercial, the camera zooms in on Scott Steiner standing at the edge of the ring with a look of pure fury etched across his face. His muscles bulging, he points an accusing finger at the bizarre landscape of Melmac surrounding him. His tigers, equally agitated, prowl around him, growling and snarling. "This is ridiculous. Who thought it was a good idea to bring us to this alien dump? You are all trash. My tigers will destroy you." The crowd gasps as Steiner's tigers, now completely untethered, leap from the ring and charge toward the golf cart's Sumerians, who are scattered throughout the arena. The ancient Sumerians, wielding their chainsaws, try to defend themselves, but the sheer ferocity of the tigers quickly overwhelms them. The scene turns chaotic as chainsaws buzz and the Sumerians attempt to fend off the ferocious beasts. "Good God, this is absolute mayhem." Scott Steiner's tigers are on a rampage. Elvira: "I've seen a lot of wild things, but this takes the cake. Buddy, this is totally out of control. Somebody do something." Steiner, not satisfied with just watching, grabs a steel chair from under the ring and charges into the fray, swinging it wildly. He knocks down a few of the Sumerians, who fall to the ground, dazed. "You think you can stand against Big Papa Pump? Think again." Gary Busey, still dressed as Santa Claus, tries to rally his troops. "Gary Busey, get up, you ancient warriors. We didn't come back from hell to be taken down by a bunch of tigers." John 4:20, Iron Sheik, Bart Gunn, and the Minotaur also jump into the chaos, trying to regain control. The Minotaur swings his battle axe, managing to fend off one of the tigers, but the other tigers circle around him, ready to pounce. "Iron Sheik, I will break your back, Steiner, and make you humble." The battle rages on, with the golf cart stable and Scott Steiner's tigers locked in a vicious struggle. Chainsaws buzz, chairs fly, and bodies clash in an all-out brawl. The crowd is on their feet, cheering and screaming as the madness unfolds. Amid the chaos, Alex Trebek, now a member of the golf cart, steps up and tries to use his intellect to outsmart the Tigers. He distracts one with a riddle, giving Bart Gunn a chance to land a solid punch. What is a force of nature, you, my friend? Just as it seems the golf cart might gain the upper hand, one of the Tigers leaps at Boozy, knocking him down. The scene is pandemonium with no clear victor in sight. The camera cuts to the commentary team, who are equally caught up in the spectacle. Folks, I don't know how much more of this we can take. This is pure anarchy. This is what 1412 wrestling is all about. Chaos and unpredictability. Buddy, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I love it. As the brawl continues to rage, the show cuts to another commercial break, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats, wondering how this wild confrontation will end. Horror Match 4. The camera cuts to the ominous structure descending from above, a hell in a cell covered in barbed wire, with Philly cheesesteaks hanging from the sides, dripping with molten cheese. The crowd erupts in excitement as the participants make their entrances. Daphne, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the stable championship match. This will be an exploding Philly cheesesteak barbed wire hell in a cell match. The golf cart, led by Gary Busey, enters first, followed by the Anti Boiled Egg Brigade, Shredder's Foot Clan, the Tanner family, and finally the Ninja Turtles, who are accompanied by Joey Tribbiani. Each team steps into the cell, eyeing the deadly barbed wire and the explosive Philly cheesesteaks. Jim Ross. Folks, this is going to be an absolute war. I've never seen anything like this before. Elvira. It's madness, and I love it. Get ready for some serious chaos, buddy. The bell rings, and all 5 teams immediately dive into action. The cell reverberates with the sound of bodies crashing against the barbed wire and the sizzling of cheesesteaks ready to explode. Joey Tribbiani, wielding a giant pizza cutter, leads the charge for the Ninja Turtles, slicing through the chaos. The Anti Boiled Egg Brigade, armed with egg launchers, fire at their opponents, causing minor explosions as the eggs hit the barbed wire. Jackie Chan and Earl Sinclair engage in a high-flying battle against Shredder and Bebop. Meanwhile, Donkey Lips and Doug Funny take on Iron Sheik and John 420 from the golf cart. Bars. No more eggs, no more cheesesteaks. This ends now. Scott Steiner's Tigers, still prowling from earlier, make their way to the cell, adding to the mayhem. They leap onto the cage, trying to claw their way in, but are distracted by the Tanner family, who use their wholesome charm and homemade weapons to fend off the Tigers. Danny Tanner. Have mercy. This isn't what family time is supposed to be. Joey Gladstone. Cut it out, or I'll hit you with my Bullwinkle impression. Inside the cell, Shredder's Foot Clan is using every dirty trick in the book. Chandler Bing, now fully aligned with Shredder, tries to set a cheesesteak on fire, only for it to explode in his face, sending him crashing into the barbed wire. Could this be any more painful? The Ninja Turtles, using their ninja skills and teamwork, navigate the chaos with precision. Michelangelo, wielding nunchucks, spins through the air, knocking out several members of the opposing teams. Donatello uses his bow staff to vault over the carnage, delivering devastating blows. With dudes, cowabunga dudes, time to shell out some justice. In the center of the ring, Joey Tribbiani and Gary Busey find themselves in a one-on-one showdown. Busey, still feeling the effects of his earlier brawl with Chuck Norris, swings a chainsaw wildly. Joey ducks and dodges, using his pizza cutter to deflect the chainsaw's blade. How you doing? Not so good, huh? The tension reaches its peak as the cell begins to shake from the intensity of the match. Explosions go off, sending cheese and debris flying everywhere. The Tanner family, desperate to avoid further chaos, tries to escape, but are pulled back into the fray by the Foot Clan. This is sheer madness. I can't believe what I'm seeing. This is totally next level, bro. These men and women are putting everything on the line for the stable championship. In a final, breathtaking sequence, the Ninja Turtles and Joey Tribbiani execute a flawless combination move. Raphael and Michelangelo throw Shredder into the barbed wire, while Donatello and Joey climb to the top of the cell. They leap off, landing a double-team finisher on Bars, who had climbed up to stop them. The crowd explodes with cheers as the Ninja Turtles and Joey Tribbiani stand victorious, raising the stable championship belts high above their heads. Result: the Ninja Turtles win and become the new stable champions. Jim Ross. Good God Almighty. They did it. The Ninja Turtles have won the stable championship. What an incredible match. They deserve it. Totally awesome, dudes. Cowabunga. As the victorious Ninja Turtles celebrate, the rest of the teams lie battered and beaten around the ring. The camera fades to black, leaving the audience in awe of the chaos and carnage that just unfolded. Number Segment 5. Backstage, the camera follows Mike Tyson as he continues his intense training regimen. He moves through the hallways, knocking out various staff members and wrestlers with his trademark speed and power. "This is how I stay sharp. No one can stand up to the champ," Tyson declares, his confidence radiating. The scene shifts to the ring for the next match, an elimination tag team bout featuring a variety of competitors. As the bell rings, chaos erupts with all 6 teams brawling. Grumblebee and Slippery Shark, representing the Undersea faction, use their aquatic agility to dodge attacks. Mario and Luigi, the iconic Plumber Brothers, bring their classic moves and power-ups to the fray, with Luigi using his green fireballs and Mario throwing powerful punches. The Wet Bandits, Harry and Marv, known for their bumbling antics, use underhanded tactics to gain an advantage. They manage to double-team Little Pete, hitting him with a series of clumsy yet effective maneuvers. Harry delivers a low blow while Marv rolls up Pete for the pin, eliminating Pete and Pete. Ailey and AJ, the pop duo, show surprising resilience and teamwork, using synchronized moves to fend off their opponents. However, Vince Russo and Rihanna, the unlikely pairing, capitalize on a moment of distraction. Russo uses a steel chair while the referee's back is turned, allowing Rihanna to hit a diving crossbody for the pin, eliminating Allie and AJ. Mario and Luigi, fueled by the cheers of the crowd, take on the Wet Bandits next. Mario hits Marv with a super jump punch, while Luigi delivers a green missile to Harry. The brothers then execute a double-team finisher, the Super Mario Bros.' double stomp, and pin Harry for the win, eliminating the Wet Bandits. Grumblebee and Slippery Shark, having bided their time, now focus on Vince Russo and Rihanna. Using their aquatic-themed double-team moves, they isolate Russo. Grumblebee delivers a flying sting attack, and Slippery Shark follows with a high-flying splash from the top rope. Russo is pinned, much to Rihanna's dismay, eliminating Vince Russo and Rihanna. The final showdown between Grumblebee and Slippery Shark and Mario and Luigi has the crowd on the edge of their seats. Grumblebee and Slippery Shark use their speed and agility, while Mario and Luigi rely on their strength and coordination. The battle is fierce, with near falls on both sides. In the climax of the match, Mario and Luigi set up for their finishing move. Luigi hits the green missile on Slippery Shark, sending him out of the ring. Mario then climbs to the top rope and hits the Super Mario Bros. Stomp on Grumblebee. Luigi covers for the pin, securing the victory for Mario and Luigi. The crowd erupts in cheers as Mario and Luigi stand victorious in the ring, celebrating their hard-fought victory. What a performance by Mario and Luigi. They've proven they're a force to be reckoned with, Jim Ross exclaims. Elvira adds, "I have to agree, JR. They were incredible tonight." Pauly Shore, ever the hype man, chimes in, "Totally awesome, dudes. That was radical." The camera cuts back to the backstage area where Mike Tyson continues his knockout spree, leaving everyone wondering who will be next to face the wrath of the champion. The show heads to commercial break, promising more chaos and excitement to come. Match 6. The ring is set for the next match, and the crowd buzzes with anticipation as Bars, still under Ariana Grande's spell, makes his entrance. He's accompanied by the Anti Boiled Egg Brigade, who try to rally behind their leader despite his distracted state. Bars, clutching a paintbrush and canvas, seems more focused on his bizarre new obsession of painting boiled eggs and chocolate ice cream than on his opponent. Soda Popinski strides confidently to the ring, sneering at the sight of Bars with his art supplies. The bell rings, and the match begins with Bars trying to balance his painting while fending off Popinski's attacks. Popinski, seeing Bars' distraction, takes full advantage. He lands several powerful punches, sending Bars reeling. Bars tries to mount a comeback, but every time he gains some momentum, he gets distracted by his painting, glancing over at the canvas set up in his corner. The Anti Boiled Egg Brigade shouts encouragement from ringside, but it's no use. Popinski, known for his brute strength and relentless aggression, seizes the opportunity to dominate the match. In a particularly intense moment, Popinski whips Bars into the corner, causing him to knock over his easel. Bars looks devastated, momentarily dropping to his knees to try and fix his ruined artwork. Popinski doesn't waste any time, grabbing Bars and hoisting him up for a devastating Popinski punch. Bars crumples to the mat, and Popinski covers him for the pin. Result: Soda Popinski wins by pinfall. As the referee counts to 3, the Anti-Boiled Egg Brigade looks on in frustration. Bars, dazed and defeated, lies on the mat, still clutching his paintbrush. Popinski raises his arms in victory, mocking Bars' artistic obsession as he exits the ring. The camera cuts to the commentary team, who reflect on the strange turn of events. Jim Ross: I've seen a lot of distractions in my time, but Bars' fixation on painting might just take the cake, or the boiled egg in this case. Elvira: poor Bars, he just couldn't keep his focus, but Soda Popinski took full advantage and showed no mercy. Totally, man. Bars needs to snap out of it and get back to fighting. The show heads to another commercial break, leaving the audience eager to see what bizarre and unpredictable events will unfold next in 1412 Wrestling. Hubbard. Segment 6. Backstage, the chaos of 1412 Wrestling continues as Scott Steiner, still fuming from the earlier events, storms through the hallways. His eyes are filled with rage as he searches for his next target. Suddenly, he spots Mike Tyson, who is busy knocking out various staff members and wrestlers to stay sharp. Steiner's face contorts with fury as he strides over to the boxing legend. Tyson, you think you're tough? Let's see how tough you are against Big Papa Pump. Tyson, always ready for a fight, cracks his knuckles and turns to face Steiner. A menacing grin spreads across his face. Mike Tyson, you want a piece of me, Steiner? Let's do this. Without another word, the two titans collide in a furious brawl. Fists fly as they pummel each other, neither giving an inch. Their fight spills out into the main arena, with both men using their raw power and aggression to gain the upper hand. Steiner whips Tyson into a stack of crates, which explodes on impact, sending splinters and debris flying. Tyson, undeterred, rises and lands a series of rapid punches to Steiner's midsection. The impact forces Steiner to stagger backward, but he quickly recovers, grabbing a nearby steel chair and swinging it with all his might. The chair connects with Tyson's shoulder, but the former heavyweight champion barely flinches. Jim Ross. Good God Almighty, it's an all-out war back there. These two powerhouses are tearing the place apart. Elvira: I don't think anything can stop them now. They're both determined to prove who's the strongest. As their brawl continues, the camera follows them through various parts of the arena. They crash through catering, sending tables of food flying. Wrestlers and staff scatter, trying to avoid the destructive path of Steiner and Tyson. The chaos even reaches the locker rooms, where other wrestlers hastily get out of the way. Tyson manages to get Steiner in a headlock, but Steiner counters with a low blow, causing Tyson to release his grip. Steiner then picks up Tyson and slams him onto a table, which collapses under the weight. Both men are breathing heavily, but neither shows any sign of stopping. Dude, this is nuts. They're going to destroy the whole place. I don't know how much more this arena can take, but one thing's for sure. This is a fight for the ages. The brawl reaches its climax as they find themselves near the main stage. Steiner grabs Tyson and tries to powerbomb him off the stage, but Tyson reverses, delivering a devastating uppercut that sends Steiner sprawling. Tyson then grabs a microphone and, panting heavily, addresses the crowd. Mike Tyson: Steiner, you picked the wrong guy to mess with. This isn't over. The crowd roars in approval as Tyson drops the microphone and walks away, leaving Steiner to seethe on the floor. The camera cuts to the commentary team, who are left in awe of the sheer brutality they've just witnessed. Elvira: I've seen a lot of brawls in my time, but that was something else entirely. Folks, if you thought tonight was wild, just wait until you see what happens next. We'll be right back with more 1412 Wrestling. The show heads to a commercial break, leaving the audience eagerly anticipating what other chaotic events will unfold tonight. 1412 Wrestling Episode 26, Melmac Mayhem. Segment 7. The ring is set for the highly anticipated tag team match, with the crowd buzzing in anticipation. The lights dim and the music hits as Vegeta makes his entrance, a look of determination on his face. He steps into the ring, waiting for his partner. Alf follows, the crowd cheering loudly. He waves to the fans, holding his ancient relic. The unlikely team is ready for action. The Minotaur enters next, flanked by the entire golf cart stable. John 420, Iron Sheik, Gary Busey, Bart Gunn, and the ancient Sumerians wielding chainsaws. The Minotaur flexes his muscles, ready for the battle ahead. The random kid, managed by Bobby Heenan, skips to the ring, a mischievous grin on his face. Heenan struts behind him, confident in their victory. Match 6, Tag Team Match. Vegeta and Alf versus the Minotaur and the Random Kid, managed by Bobby Heenan. The bell rings, and the match begins with Vegeta and the Minotaur squaring off. They exchange powerful blows, neither willing to give an inch. Vegeta's agility allows him to dodge a massive swing from the Minotaur and counter with a series of rapid punches. Alf tags in and the crowd cheers as he jumps into the fray. He uses his speed to his advantage, darting around the Minotaur and landing quick strikes. The Random Kid tries to interfere, but Alf hits him with a well-timed drop kick, sending him flying out of the ring. The Minotaur, enraged, charges at Alf, but Vegeta tags back in and hits a devastating Big Bang attack, stunning the Minotaur. Heenan screams at the Random Kid to get back in the ring. The Random Kid re-enters, wielding a water balloon, but Alf counters with a swift kick, sending the balloon splashing harmlessly to the mat. Vegeta and the Minotaur are back at it, trading blows. Vegeta lifts the Minotaur with a powerful suplex, shaking the ring. The Random Kid tries to help his partner, but Vegeta catches him midair and slams him down with a spine buster. Alf tags in again, and together, he and Vegeta execute a perfect double-team move. Alf jumps off the top rope, delivering a flying elbow to the Random Kid while Vegeta sets up for his finishing move. The Minotaur struggles to his feet, but Vegeta is ready. With a mighty roar, he charges up and hits the final flash, the energy blast sending the Minotaur crashing to the mat. Alf quickly covers for the pin. Result: Vegeta and Alf win by pinfall. The crowd erupts in cheers as the referee raises Vegeta and Alf's hands in victory. The Minotaur and the Random Kid are left sprawled in the ring, defeated. Closing segment. Mr. Feeney steps into the ring, microphone in hand, to recap the night's events and current champions. Mr. Feeney. Ladies and gentlemen, what a night it has been. Let's take a moment to recognize our current champions here in 1412 Wrestling. Current champions. World champion, Mike Tyson, tag team champions, Scott Steiner's Tigers, competitive eating champion, Dua Lipa, laser gun surfing battle champion, Marvin the Martian, Divas champion, Catherine Isabel, sword fighting champion, Donkey Lips. Stable champions, the Ninja Turtles. As the show comes to a close, Vegeta steps back into the ring, a sinister smile on his face. He raises a hand, gathering energy, and the crowd watches in stunned silence. I tire of this planet. It's time to end this. Alf, realizing what is about to happen, screams, "No," and tries to stop him, but it's too late. Vegeta unleashes a massive energy blast, aiming at the sky. The entire arena shakes as the blast rockets upward, causing a massive explosion. The screen cuts to black, and the show goes off the air abruptly, leaving the fate of everyone on Melmac in question.